What's up, YouTube? It's RPG Ninja again. Another deck profile. This is going to be a Kagero deck. For all of you who are like, oh my goodness, I'm so tired of Dote. This deck profile is for you. There will be no Dote involved, I promise. And for those of you who just don't get it, Dote is the cross-ride build for Kagero, for Dragonic Overlord. So, this is a really fun Kagero build. For those of you who just don't have the money to spend on Dote, or just are tired of seeing it, or whatever, this deck is really fun, and actually is pretty competitive. So, we'll just get right down to it. You still start with Conroe, because he is a badass starter. Alright, I'm pretty sure you would use him in a lot of different decks, if they had the option. Conroe is amazing. So, grade 3s. We're going to start with the exciting stuff, alright? This is what makes this deck so fun. There is only one, even though you see it sitting on top. One Vortex Dragon. For those of you who don't know, you soul charge one, and he gets 2,000 for the turn. And then a Mega Blast to choose up to 3 of your opponent's rear guards and retire them. He's just in here for fun, alright? He's not your main go-to guy, but he is really fun. And not that hard to pull off the Mega Blast if you play the deck, like you want to use it the whole game. So one of those, alright? I'll try to keep these a surprise. One, Dragonic Waterfall. He is also in here for fun, plus he hits really hard. So, when he attacks a Vanguard, he gets 3,000, which makes him a 13. And of course, you want him as your Vanguard, so he will be attacking the Vanguard. Next, you can choose a grade 3 Kagero from your hand and discard it. If you do, he gets plus 3,000 till the end of that battle. So that's a whopping 23,000 without a booster. He's pretty fun. And people freak out when they see him because not many people play against this guy. So they don't really know what's going on when you play it on the field. It's pretty funny. Next, 2 Dual Axe Arc Dragon. When he attacks, if your opponent has 2 or less rear guards, he gets an extra 3,000. Pretty awesome rear guard to have. That's why we only run 2, because we don't want to have to make him a Vanguard. And the main character in this deck, there are 3 of. As you can see, it is Blazing Flare Dragon, which is one of Kagero's many superior rides. Really fun. Whenever you discard one of your opponent's rear guards in the main phase, he gets another 3,000. And he can Soul Blast 5 and discard one of your opponent's rear guards. So, really fun. Really fun. Plus, he can Superior Ride. We'll get to that with this card right here. So, we have 4, because we're trying to Superior Ride. Blazing Core Dragon. The grade 2. You choose an Iron Tail Dragon, grade 1, and a Gatling Claw Dragon, draw trigger, from your rear guard, and put them into your soul. Search your deck for Blazing Flare and ride it. And you only have to counterblast 1 to do this. So it seems like it's pretty hard to pull off, but with Conroe as your starter, it's not. As long as you have him in your hand and can ride it on grade 2, pretty awesome. Usually pull it off as long as you have him. He's really the hardest piece of the puzzle to get, which is why there's 4. There's 3, I believe, yes, 3 Dragon Knight Nahalims, just the 10Ks, but it's the badass alternate art out of a starter kit to learn how to play Vanguard. I don't know. My team bought a bunch of boxes from our local shop, and he just started throwing stuff at us. We got play mats, these boxes to put decks in, starter, like these little trial decks, which really were kind of stupid, but it had some alternate art cards in it, which was pretty cool, so we're using them. Yeah. They were really happy about us buying boxes because we bought like 5. Because we were just starting Vanguard, we needed a lot of stuff from a lot of different sets, so we just bought boxes. Berserk Dragon, that's right, 2 of those. Comes in the starter deck. He's pretty awesome. Counterblast 2, discard a rear guard. Give your Blazing Flare another 3,000 power. Pretty sweet. 2, because this is all we have, a Velocity Dragon. I guess I'm pronouncing that right. He's your damage on flipper. In this build, he's not as important as he is in Dote, but still nice to unflip your damage. Very nice to unflip your damage in any deck. Help you set up your Mega Blast especially. 2, because they're $30 a piece and it's all we have. Breeze. Very hard card to get. People do not trade it because it's worth $30 and a bunch of people run Dote. So, unfortunately, a bunch of people run Dote. We're not, but it's still a $30 card, so it's very hard to get a hold of. 1, 2, 3 8K bars. Pretty straightforward. 8,000 booster. 4, of course, Iron Tail Dragons, so I can pull off the Superior Ride. Other than that, we just use them as 7K booster. If you counterblast one to make him an 8, you're stupid. Don't do that. That's a waste of a counterblast, especially in Kagero, because you have cool dudes like this. The Demonic Dragon Mage, Kimnara. If you boost with him the whole game, you're stupid. You counterblast one, put it in your soul, and choose a grade 1 rear guard and retire it. Come on now. That's awesome. Because a lot of people have badass boosters for their Vanguards. Get rid of that crap. Alright? We don't want them to have it. Only one Heat Nail Salamander. Just because he's fun. We're really playtesting him right now. If we add more, we'll probably take out 8K vanillas for it. We're just kind of playtesting and messing around with him right now. If you don't know, when the attack hits that he boosts, a Kagero has to hit the Vanguard, choose opponent's grade 1 rear guard and retire it. If you do, at the end of that turn, return this to your deck and shuffle it. So you do lose a booster, but you make them lose one as well. Hopefully they're losing one that's more important than 6,000. So, he's pretty sweet. Then we only run 2 of Rapala, which is the 10K booster for Kagero. If they have 2 or less rear guards, I believe. Yeah, he's a 10,000 instead of a 6. Pretty easy to do in this build. Make them at 2 or less. Gatling Claw Dragon. Use him for the Superior Ride, and you can put him into your soul and retire one of your opponent's grade 0s. So if you don't get the Superior Ride off and you're mad about it, put him in your soul. Get rid of their starter. Make them not be able to do cool stuff. Most people's starter's pretty good. That's why they use it. Oh, trigger lineup. I won't bore you with that. It's going to be a 6/6 crit draw and 4 heals. I won't bore you with that. I know it doesn't really matter what triggers I'm running. I just had to show Gatling Claw because he has a badass ability in Superior Rides. That's my Kagero build. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down for Dote. I'm just kidding. If you put a bunch of thumbs down on my video, people are going to think it sucks. So, thumbs up if you don't like Dote. We'll do that. Thumbs up if you don't like Dote. You can leave me some comments, concerns. Hopefully not insults. And thanks for watching. Join us next time.